Whoo! Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope y'all feeling amazing, very blessed, and highly favored, as I like to say. I'm gonna get this day started off right. We're going to end the day off right. We're gonna, in the midst of everything, it will be all right. We are going to make sure that it is all right. There might be a mess up, there might be an error, there might be a false emotion, but we are going to get through the day. We will, we shall, we must, we will overcome, we will accomplish. And we will give God the glory that He deserves. All right. Today is about much is given and much is required. Now, whew, I'm not even gonna say intro for it. Ooh, I just have a lot to say. I mean, I'm saying that like I don't ever have a lot to say. But anyways, because I like to come with a punch, I like to come with an impact. I like to have like I love to have the force of when I'm speaking, I love to speak with so much passion because it is my passion. Despise of what happens is my passion. Despise of what trials come my way. It's my passion, is my passion, is my passion. So number one, it takes accountability. It takes accountability when you're given much. Because if let's say if I'm blessing you with something, I'm not going to me myself, I'm not going to keep on blessing somebody. If they can't show accountability, I am not going to keep on blessing them. I might do it. Okay, you mess up once. All right, I'll try you a second time. Then for a long way on the way, if you haven't asked me in so long for a third time, I'll be like, all right. But there will get a time if you ask me for such and such amount of time and it's continuing and continuing, I am going to say no. The reason is because you should be able to manage and function your own blessings. You must be able to function your own life and control it how you feel. You can't just go out spending money just because you want to, go out cussing just because you mad, fussing just because things aren't your way. You have to learn to take accountability over your mistakes. Can't blame your past, you can't blame your present because you are in control of your life. Life is based off of how you react because there will be multiple situations that project onto your life, but it is onto you to know what to say and how to act. Takes accountability. Like for example, the Lord, He blesses us and blesses us. I'll give you an example. He gave me a money blessing one time. I messed it up some. Well, not some. I messed it up because I thought I was in a bad situation. So I tried to make the best out of the situation, not knowing that was the test to see how I handle my money. For the first time I messed up, the second time was a bigger sum. I handled it way better. I could say I handled 80% of that money I handled well, 20% not so much. But the first was 50-50 talk about I did good for 50 for about 40%, no, probably 30%, messed up 70%. But the second time it was 50% and the other 50%. But now I've had a third one when it's like 100%. And the 0% doesn't even have a point zero zero to it. Because the Lord tested me out and he gave me the freedom to decide. But once I found out that hey, that freedom that I was trying to get from those finances isn't what I needed to do, and instead just put most of this money into the business and not for your pleasure. And when you have this job, when you're making this money, you have to learn to budget your own self. Then the Lord's like, all right, I'm going to bless you with more and more and more. He saw me projecting into his will, so he gave more, 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 more. He saw that I was maturing, so he gave me more and more and more. The Lord kept on blessing me. He keeps on blessing. He keeps on blessing. He's continuing blessing me and being able to bless me day by day by day because I showed the Lord that I was able to handle his blessings. And the thing about it is he will only give you to what you are capable of receiving. So for the reason why some of us ain't extremely wealthy yet is number one, we cannot handle that many that much blessings, that abundant of blessings. And number two, we have to be built up. We have to be built up. So it's not only because you can't handle it, it's either you need to be built up some and the Lord's not finished working with you, or number two, that's just your blessing your blessing capital, like your blessing capitation. Like that's literally all that you can receive. And so we're asking, Lord, why can't we be millionaires, Lord? Why can't we be millionaires? He has to test you first. First, he's gonna test you with $10. I know if y'all have had these said, the Lord bless you with $10. See how you do. Lord bless you with 100. Cause that's how it did. Lord bless me with 100. Then Lord bless me with 500. Then the Lord blessed me with after the 500, it was the 1,000. Then out of the 1,000, it was multiple thousands. Now I'm waiting. Now I'm trying to see what's the test for the tens of thousands. So I'm being built up. And once I handle the 10,000s, then the Lord is gonna say, okay, I'm gonna let you see how you can handle the 100,000s. And once I am able to handle the 100,000s, then he's gonna be like, okay, let's see how you do with the millions. Then of course after the millions, it's gonna be the billions, and possibly it could be the trillions. That's how it works. So when you ask them, when you only wondering why you're only being blessed with $100, don't get upset at the Lord because He knows how you are. The Lord knows how you will react. So I'm up. I've handled 7,000, but that's not 10,000 yet. So I'm at the 1,000 still. So it's just three more thousand, and he's trying to make sure I do everything right. The Lord's trying to make sure I do everything okay. But that is the reason why we cannot receive those blessings because we have to be tested first. That's another reason why it takes such a long time. Number one, you need longevity. Number two, you need a plan. Number three, you gotta learn to turn your emotions off when it comes to money. You can't just spend money whenever you're mad or sad. Somebody break up with you, you can't just go on a shopping spree. If you go on a shopping spree, at least have a healthy shopping spree, like shopping spree that you can handle. Don't go out spending your rent on food. Like for the men, don't just go on spending shoes and clothes and jewelry just because a woman do you dirty. And for the woman, don't go out spending makeup, food, and perfume just because a man break your heart. All you gotta do, you literally each and one of us have to do. We just literally have to go pray to the Lord. Sure, you might not get the results you want. You might want something bad for them to have. Oh, excuse me for that shit. Y'all might just want something bad for them to happen, but that is not what is supposed to happen unless the Lord says so. Because you need to take accountability over your feelings. You need to take accountability over your finances. But I wanted to put that in proportion for the money situation to show y'all how the Lord tests us. I messed up with the 100. I messed up. I definitely messed up with the 100. I messed up with the 570% of the way. I received the 1,000. I received the 1,000. I did a good. No. I did a good six. Let's see. 70. No, I did good. Yeah, I did good 80-20 because I gave 10% to tithes. So I did good 80-20. Now that's the 1,000. Right. Yeah, the 1,000. Then came along the multiple thousands. I'm talking about excellent. I'm talking about excellent. I haven't took money out of those thousands for my wants. I have not at all. I took out some for the business though. I sure did take out for the business though. And so, yeah, that's that. Like, you feel me? Like, then it's like I'm excited because I'm like, okay, Lord, keep on building me up for the 10,000s. Then, like, it goes on and on and on. So I wanted to put this in okay, let me go to why I was saying in proportion. The reason why I put that in proportion is because we always ask, why aren't we wealthy? Why aren't we wealthy? Our previous generation were not able to be wealthy. Is number one, they had so many odds against them. Number two, they didn't have no rights to be able to get that amount of money. And number three, they are still hurt. They are still hurt from those. They are still hurt from previous events. Generate and like you feel me, like the curses. But now we are a generation that has overcome the generational curses. We don't feel that trauma as much. Well, ooh, dang again, my bad. So we don't feel the trauma as much, and but I don't take it for granted. Some of us take it for granted, and some of us don't feel the curses as much. And so once you get to accountability for where you don't feel the curses as much, then the Lord is all right. Now you acting like Joshua. Now you acting like Joshua. You gonna take on the name of who helped you out. You're gonna take on the name of the leader. All right, we're gonna finish what they started. So I'm finishing what our ancestors wanted us to start. I shall, I will, I must. I can, like ET said, I can, I will, I must. It has to happen. It will continue to happen. So that's all I'll say about accountability. Number two, God has to be able to trust you. So this also ties in where it takes accountability because the Lord had to be able to trust me. Trust me. The Lord had to make sure to let's see, like, well, I get it. The Lord, I'm not trying to be funny, but the Lord's like, okay, can I get a return on? Can I get an ROI on this? For the people who don't know ROI, that's return on investment. He's like, all right, can I get a return? Let me see. Can I get a return on my child, or is he not ready yet? All right, we're gonna put a little 100. That ain't nothing but a slap on the wrist. All right, let me try. Let me try for this child over here. Hmm, they doing good with the hundreds. Hmm, she paying her rent on time. All right, give 1,000. Let's see what he is doing. Now I gave him that 100, and as I see, he projected it to turn into thousands. Let me try the 10,000, and it goes on and on and on with every brother and sister, and brother, sister, cousin, whatever. They all go the same. They all go the same. Because the Lord does not discriminate gender nor color. It just depends on how you are. So do not get upset at the Lord when it is you who are not ready. But at the same time, the Lord will help you. No, not help you. The Lord will prepare you for the times to come of blessings and of torment. The Lord help you in blessings and torment, or you'll feel like it's torment, but He will prepare you for both. So God has to be able to trust you, and I say this because, like, basically the first example that I gave, why would I bless you if I will be wasting my blessing? I'm talking about me perspective. I'm not talking about God perspective anymore. If I continue to bless people, I will only continue to bless the homeless, people who cannot provide their own hygiene, people who cannot help themselves, people that are out on the street. I will continue to bless them. But people who are just in trouble in life because because that they do not know how to handle themselves, then I'm sorry. I can't. But you know, the grace in me, the grace that the Lord has instilled in me, He allows me to use those same blessings to bless the people that I don't really want to bless because they should have learned their lesson. But then again, I remember, what's it called? I get an illusion. There you go. I get an illusion that hold that I just reflect back on the times when I was there and I was messing up. But then how am I gonna talk about somebody that I was just like in the past? So therefore I'm like, you know what, Lord, you are right. Thank you for instilling your grace and mercy in me to instill it in others. Thank you, Lord, very much. So therefore I just have mercy on everybody who's in a bad situation. Now, me, I'll give grace and mercy because I've given grace and mercy to people for years who still aren't on their feet. People who aren't even mentally ready for me to bless them because there are so many people who don't understand me. Why they don't understand? Because they're not mentally ready to hear my knowledge and my wisdom. So when people be like, okay, what do you mean? People be not saying that it's bad is not saying that it's a bad thing for somebody to tell me to dumb it down. Well, not I've had people say dumb it down, and then I've had people that say, can you break that down? Some people aren't mentally prepared for the words that I speak. Just just as those those quote unquote spiritual leaders in the Bible who could not understand anything Jesus was saying because he was too wise for them. He was too wise. He was full of God's glory. He was so filled of God's glory that they had no that all they could assume was it was witchcraft. That's all they assumed was that it was witchcraft because that's all that they could think of because their mind is just so perplexed. I'm like, whew. That's how they were. They were like, "Oh, hold on, what is this? I haven't seen this. That's against the law. You're not supposed to do that on Sunday." And then they started acting crazy when Jesus had say somebody on Sunday. And then Jesus had spoke something like, wouldn't you save your family member if it was on the Sunday, or would you let them die?" And I was sitting when I was reading the Bible, I was like, oh, don't got real. The Lord, I mean, yeah, the Lord Jesus Christ got pissed. Well, not pissed. The Lord Jesus Christ was just tired of him. He's like, would you do that? Wouldn't you do that for your people on a Sunday, or you gonna let them die on a Sunday? Which one you gonna do? Gonna let them die on a Sunday? That basically what the Lord said. He was like, you gonna let them die on a Sunday? All right. And I, and then they were silent. They would there we go. The Pharisees. He was speaking to the Pharisees. The Pharisees, and then so Jesus dared them to say something. Jesus dared them to say something because Jesus knew he was right. Jesus knows he's always right. And the funny fact about Jesus is that he did not always try to prove that he was right. So when you know that you are always right, I mean not always right. When you know that you are proven to be right, don't even go back and forth with the people. Why are you trying to go? Why, like for example, me, I don't go back with people that test my spiritual knowledge. Why? Because if I know I'm telling the truth and I'm doing what the Lord says and to give and to describe the word, to influence others to change their life through the word that He has instilled in me, then why would you argue back and forth? If they don't listen and then their judgment day is tomorrow and all of a sudden they go to hell, all they are going to do is regret that they did not listen to you. While if it was my judgment day tomorrow, I will be going into heaven. I'm boasting about that. I will go into heaven and I will stay there and remain there. If if that was my time to come. Like I know I just got off topic, but I mean that could tie in because God had to be able to trust me with the gift of speaking because he had to make sure that I don't turn on my back on him. Because I'm pretty sure there are some individuals in the world that use their gifts for a positive thing, then they get beat, their life beats them down, then they use it for a negative impact. I mean, I'm not using my because I don't see myself as using it as a rebellion. I know there's crazy things going on in the world, but I'm not using my voice for bad things. Only for good, only for positivity, only for the spiritual. So nobody can get me to say, "Hey, can you speak on this topic?" No, I'm not speaking on the topic you want me to speak about. First of all, if I'm going to speak on the topic, it has to be something that the Lord told me to speak on. And I will know if the Lord told me to speak on it or not because I will flow with it if the Lord told me to speak on it. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. God has to be able to trust you. So I humbled myself. I humbled myself when I was speaking during then because there were times that nobody knew about that I was having rough times. I needed help mentally. I needed help physically. I needed help emotionally. I sometimes needed help financially. But I pulled it through the Lord, and I'm glad that I pulled it through the Lord. I would be nowhere without Him. I do not see myself anywhere without Him in my lifetime. All right. All right. Number 3, are you mentally ready for your blessings? Yeah, you say you ready for them thousands and millions, but are you ready? Ooh, it looks so good when you see celebrities having these all these assets, these profits. Oh, it looks good, doesn't it? But can you handle it? Can you handle what you're asking for? David said in the book of Psalms, let my cup runneth over. Let it run over. But he wasn't talking about okay, here's the barrier. Here's the end here's where it overflows. He's talking about overflow. Now you understand drip drops come down. Drip drops come down. He doesn't say, Lord, stack it up higher than my capacity. Because there's a such thing as blessings can weigh a person down. You ever seen those movie actors who are blessed with money from being an actor and then when they can't handle their money, so what do? Waste their life, waste their money, especially for people who win the lottery. Lottery is obviously not a blessing. It's not a blessing from God. It can be in sometimes, but as you see, for the people who are lost out of their mind, and they're just looking for a quick fix. Number one, you could tell that's not from God because it's a quick fix. You would be able to tell if it was from God if you had to suffer longevity, you had to go through the process, you had to work out strategy, see whichever one works out for you. I still do not have a strategy that works 100%. And for as all as I know, you will never find a strategy that's 100%. One day you'll have do business more than family. One day family more than business. Sometimes money more than all. And sometimes your sleep can get in the way. There's no such thing as a perfect schedule, but there's a progression schedule and a success schedule. Now I have a wonderful success schedule, and I have critiqued it in such a wonderful way that nothing can disturb it. And the devil also cannot get through my time. Ain't no way. There's no way that the devil can get through my time. The, like even when I'm relaxing, like if I decide to play the game when it's my relaxed time, I will do that. But 9 out of 10, I'll sleep before I play the game because I need my darn sleep. I need my sleep. So I know I just got off track. But are you mentally ready? I know a year ago I said, Lord, I'm mentally ready, but then I looked back out. Now I'm looking back, I'm like, Lord, I wasn't mentally ready. I may say that I'm ready to receive hundreds of thousands now, but a year later I might receive it. Why? Because then in the future I'll be mentally ready. Right now I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can handle the hundreds of thousands yet, but either way, I'll pray about it. Say, Lord, prepare me to be ready. And even before I prayed for finances, I had only prayed for finances when I felt like I was desperate. Because nobody is desperate in the world. That's just what you depict your mind into thinking. You think you're desperate for money, so then you will feel as if you are desperate for money. You have gratitude over life, then you will continue to have gratitude and learn that money isn't everything. So when I stepped to the gratitude side, I was like, okay, oh, excuse me, guys. You can understand, like, yeah, money will feel like, no, let me go to the money side. Money will feel like everything, but once you start going to the gratitude side, you're like, all right, money is nice, but that will not carry, that won't necessarily do the situations or the things that my spirit loves. So once I flip it to the other side, because I don't work 8 hours a day, I work seven. And the reason why I work seven, because number one, I love the Lord. Number two, number two, I mean, of course that's obvious. Let's be real. Of course that is obvious. Number two, I'm a speaker. Number three, I'm trying to enhance my business. Number four, I want my physical health. I will not get fat over a job. Not saying there's nothing wrong with it about getting, actually, no, like, because if you are getting fat from a job or you getting weary from a job or depressed from a job, you are a slave to that job. You're just getting paid for it. But there's many opportunities, many asset opportunity, many money opportunities that you can be open to if you just talk to the right people and if you actually search out for it. If you want to be at a job that do nothing but nothing fussing cuz, and then like for example, I know fast food places. The customers got that mouth. I'm telling you that customers got that mouth. Yeah, them customers got that mouth, and I know it because I used to work at a fast food place. And thank the Lord I didn't work at it for long. Thank the Lord they let me off through the situations because thank the Lord. But now I work at a peaceful environment. Why did I chose why no my bad. Why did I choose to work at a peaceful environment? It's because I need my sanity. And the reason why I chose to work 7 hours instead of 9 hours a day, I need my sanity and I need to focus on the Lord and I need to focus on my spiritual gifts and I also need some sleep. Shoot, everybody needs some sleep. I'm for real. I need my sleep. How will I be able to function through the day without any sleep? Money is everything. I looked at them paychecks when I was working 9 hours. Yeah, the money looks delicious. The money looks scrumptious. I'm telling you, it looks amazing, but it's not even worth it. Not even worth losing yourself for it. Like, yeah, money is wonderful. It's a tool in the world. But the three biggest tools we have in the world is wisdom. Let's see. Wisdom, time, and money. If you don't have money, if you can't get the money in the earned income, then use your time and wisdom to be able to learn how to make money. So you might not you have three assets. These are your big three assets. The asset triangle. You have money, you have wisdom, and you have time. If I'd rather have time than money, of course. Because during time, I can generate money. I can generate money and I could use that time to learn how to make money. I could use unprofitable time to learn how to make extended profits for a way profitable future, for an exponential profitable future. I hope you all enjoyed this. May God bless all of y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Then don't forget Jesus loves you. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And I'll see y'all later.